So I do want to introduce, and this is a part of the day where we kind of have our resource providers kind of share and provide updates and special programs that they offer. So we do want to start with the California Office of the Small Business Advocate. And I'm really excited to have Jermaine Carter-Gibson here. He's a Northern California local engagement specialist. And I think you're in for a really good treat, folks. Let's welcome Jermaine, please.
Good morning, Contra Costa.
Good morning.
Good morning, Contra Costa. Okay, so listen, it's cold outside and it's starting to rain, and when that happens, I start moving like the Tin Man. So I just need some warmth and some love for y'all so we can get through. Good morning, Contra Costa. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. My name is Jermaine Carter-Gibson from the California Office of the Small Business Advocate. We are an independent office within the Governor's Office of Business and Economic Development. So the purpose today is for me to give you an overview of our office, what we do, the resources that we help provide, and encourage you all to connect with those resources. So our mission is to support California's dreamers to start, scale, and succeed as small business owners, employers, and drivers of this economy. So our office has 5 objectives. Number 1, administer the governor's direct grant relief program. So through COVID, we oversaw nearly $4 billion worth of direct grant relief. Number 2, we fund, curate, and oversee a network of small business centers. We increase the pipeline of loans to our smallest and most vulnerable businesses. We advance resiliency through our Outsmart disaster program, which I was told that I have to speak about. So we know here in California, it's not when there will be another disaster, it's coming, right? And so our goal is to be prepared for that. So we've created a group, our Outsmart disaster team. They've created a workbook to get folks prepared for when the next disaster happens, right? And so if you're interested in this, you want to go to outsmart.calosba.ca.gov to connect with that team. They do workshops, they do readiness programs to get folks prepared for the next disaster. How'd I do? Awesome. Let's go. Let's go. And the last is we represent and elevate the voices of California small business owners through advocacy. So going into 2025, we have 3 objectives, 3 Ds. 1 is democratizing access to capital. And what does that mean? This means opening up access to capital for all Californians. This means opening up access to capital for all Californians. So you heard me say earlier that we oversaw $4 billion worth of grant relief, right? Which was incredible. It was a heavy lift. We're super proud of it. But I'll tell you, in doing that work, I noticed not everyone that needed the money was able to get it, right? And there were things that were avoidable that could allow them to be able to get to that money, right? For example, having a business bank account, right? Doing your taxes to be able to show revenue loss year over year, right? These are things that we consider capital readiness, and so we're creating programs to get folks ready before they meet a lender so that they can have success. So democratizing access to capital. 2, diversifying the innovation economy. So when we talk about diversification, we're talking about diversity in the owner, right? Race, gender, all of that. But we're also talking about diversity in industry, right? So we know we're the envy of the world when it comes to technology, right? But AI is not the only thing on earth, right? And so we're looking to encourage innovation in agriculture, in pharma, in beauty and health, right? Whatever the innovation is, we're looking to stimulate that. And 3, drive economic mobility through entrepreneurship. We are very clear that the success of a business does not only directly impact the entrepreneur themselves, it impacts their family, and it impacts the community that they live in, right? And so as we continue to push entrepreneurship forward, we are increasing the economic mobility of whole communities. And so it's our job to connect the pieces between our entrepreneurs, our support systems, the chambers, and the communities that they live in. So our superpower is our SCALE network. SCALE stands for Success, Capital Access, and Leadership for Entrepreneurs. So we take our funding, taxpayer dollars, and we push that into a network of technical assistance providers. So that includes the Small Business Development Center. So Nancy's, you're going to hear from her soon, at the East Bay SBDC. Renaissance East Bay is also a partner. We've got women business centers, veteran outreach centers, Apex accelerators that focus on government contracting, and dozens of nonprofits. And so this is the point, is we have over 120 centers across the state. And the purpose is to have trusted voices in these communities that can help folks. So speaking of trusted voices, I see Wesley Alexander is here today from CoBiz in Richmond. I will tell you, Wesley is a trusted voice in his community. CoBiz is an amazing place to do co-working, to have events, and if you're looking for any way to connect to Richmond, this is your guy. And it's very important for us to find who are the change makers in these communities and connect with them to get that information out. So I want to thank Wesley for all the good work that he does. And also, since we're doing shout-outs, Nancy has an amazing FETA program, a food entrepreneur program that I love to go to because I'm a big guy and I like to eat the food. But it's also great to see folks when they start from the very beginning with an idea and they go from beginner to intermediate and watch them progress through the program. So Nancy has amazing programming that she's doing at the East Bay SBDC. Now, I was supposed to show you this. I'm clicking here. I didn't even click up there. This is my before we get out of here, this is a passion project of mine. It's called The Future Is Now. It is, to me, our youth don't get introduced to entrepreneurship early enough, right? The traditional route does not include entrepreneurship, right? And so it's go to college, do these things, and if all of that doesn't work, well, maybe you can start a business, right? That's unfair, and we're doing a disservice to our youth. So we've created the Future Is Now Youth Entrepreneur Recognition Series. It's a pilot right now, but the idea is for it to be a statewide incubator for youth entrepreneurs. But in its current form, we highlight, educate, and inspire youth entrepreneurs. So we find them, we shoot an entire episode on them, we tell their stories, we talk about their inspiration, we talk about the challenges, and it's used to promote the business and also to introduce other youth to entrepreneurship. So we've shot 2 episodes so far, and I have to tell you, I created this, so I got to tell you the success of it. So this young man here, his name is He and Ho. He came up with a erasable canvas backpack. He came up with this when he was 10. I met him at 17. We shot this episode, and he and his father were able to use and leverage this episode to reach the school district where he is. And now he's selling thousands of backpacks to the school district, being able to leverage this one episode. Episode 2 was of the Jimenez sisters in Southern California. They are goat farmers who take goat milk and make body products, right? Like lotions and soaps. We shot their episode. They leveraged that episode to get on Shop LC where they are, which is a TV show, like you go on and buy stuff. What do they call that? An infomercial type TV show? Similar to QVC. And they sold 2,000 bars of soap in 1 hour and sold out of all of their inventory on that television show. Clap it up for them. Clap it up for them. talking about warming, this warms my heart to see. And it's amazing, like these 3 girls are the same ages of my daughters, so to see them be successful in that way is super exciting to me. So if you know any youth entrepreneurs that you think should be highlighted, please send an email to thefutureisnow@gobiz.ca.gov. thefutureisnow@gobiz.ca.gov. This is all of our social handles. That QR code there will take you to our website. And listen, for any entrepreneurs watching, I'm going to look, I don't know what camera I should be looking at, but for any entrepreneurs watching, our goal is to get you support, right? Our goal is to get you support. And we believe that capital without coaching is a crime, right? So it's not just enough to get to the money, right? We want to get you the coaching that's going to prepare you to receive it and is going to prepare you to be successful with it. And I'll tell you this last thing. Once you have all of this information, we all know that knowledge is power, right? We all know knowledge is power, but execution trumps knowledge every day of the week. You have to execute. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Any questions? Thank you. What's up? Any questions? No questions? Oh, yes. One second. Hold on. One second. Because we're videotaping, we got to make sure we capture the audio.
It's not a question just as much as, let's connect afterwards, because we do put out a monthly newsletter, and people are interested in what's going on in California, especially the youth, and that makes me really excited to hear that. So definitely applause for that type of idea. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
I just have to say, every time I hear Jermaine speak, at the end, I just want to say, amen. You know what I mean? For real. Thank you so much for your presentation. Appreciate you, Jermaine. No problem. Yeah. Give him one more hand. Thank you.